What's up, beautiful people? It's Christina here. Today I'm going to share with you my 3 top tips that help me stay on track with my diet and just generally staying healthy when motivation runs out. Let's face it, guys, the truth is not one person in this entire world is motivated 100% of the time. Yes, you will see people posting on Instagram every single day, dedicated, motivated, and whilst this may be true to a certain extent, nobody is motivated every single second of every day. It just doesn't happen. Motivation is like bathing. It's recommended daily. And you need to have something in place for that temporary moment that motivation runs out. Everybody has moments like that. I have moments like that. So I'm gonna share with you my 3 top tips for what I do to avoid messing up my diet and sticking to my plan when that happens. Tip number 1, don't keep junk food in your house. Don't keep anything in your house that is not according to your diet. Well, I completely understand why you would, because I've been there, I've been at the supermarket doing my weekly shop, and I'm like, oh, this looks nice, that colorful, you know, shiny packaging. Why don't I buy that now because it's on offer, and then I'll have it as my cheat meal on the weekend? Or let me buy this and I'll have a little bit every other day and fit it into my macros. Let's face it, it's very rare that that will actually happen. If you can buy lots of stuff and keep it in your house, then, you know, hats off to you, well done. But a lot of us are quite weak in that area, and it's natural, it's human, because, you know, if energy resources are there, you're gonna be more tempted. It's gonna be so easy to just go and get unhealthy food when you're bored or you're tired or you're stressed out and you can't be bothered to cook. So just don't have it at all in your house. If you are like absolutely dying, you need that cheat meal, you can walk out of your house and you can go to the shop and you can get it for that moment. Don't give yourself that opportunity and have it in your house. Create the obstacle and the restriction for that opportunity to happen by leaving it in the shop. The trick is to avoid buying in the shop. That's the hardest part. Once you're out, you forget about it. But while you're in there, just don't go in the aisle. Just get out of there, get your vegetables and go. Tip number 2 is to focus on the benefits and the positives. It is so easy to lose track of the positive reasons that you're doing what you're doing when things get hard, when times get tough. When you're stressed out and you're tired from working a 14-hour shift and you still have to go to the gym, your mind starts talking you out of why you're doing it. Like, but I'm tired. Why would I do this to my body? Why would I do this to myself? This is unhealthy, this is that. You start to talk yourself out of it, but actually you're not doing yourself any favors from not going, because you're breaking the cycle of being dedicated and going according to your plan, would just make you more lazy and make you feel unhappy for not going, or you know, when you're stressed out and you're like, oh, I deserve some ice cream, you know, I've had a rough day. Things like that, like, they will happen. So to prepare for them, or actually when it actually happens, you know, stop thinking about the negatives of what you're doing and how it's making you all sad, because it's realistically, come on, it's not making you sad or unhappy. It's whatever's happening in your day that's making you sad or unhappy. In the short term, yes, not going to the gym and watching some TV might make you happy, and eating that ice cream as you just slob out on the sofa will make you happy for that moment in time. But tomorrow and a week later, you're not going to be happy with it, because you ruined your diet, or you felt rubbish the next day and bloated or whatever. Sit back for a second and just think, okay, why did I start my diet in the first place? Why did I start going to the gym in the first place? Literally go on Google and Google benefits of exercising. There are some benefits that we don't even think about, because a lot of the time we work out or we eat a healthy diet to look good, and we forget about the immense amount of benefits there are from leading a healthy lifestyle. So sometimes it's really nice to just Google why you're doing it. The best way to change yourself or anything you do is through knowledge. You know, knowledge for change, that's my mantra. So just take that time to learn something new about what you're doing. I find that really helps me. There's always something new to learn as well with exercise and diet. There's so much info out there, you'll never run out. So just Google something and take your mind off what you were about to do, because it will make you feel much better in the long run. And finally, tip number 3. This is a technique that I use, and I call it just for today. Because sometimes whatever we're doing or we are not letting ourselves do can seem like such a big, difficult task because we're saying, okay, well, I've still got 12 weeks of this diet to go, or I still have 2 hours of this workout to go, and then I have to do the same thing tomorrow, and you're like thinking and thinking and thinking, whatever. Sometimes, you know, yes, it's good to visualize and think of the bigger picture and what you're doing, but that can be quite overwhelming. And sometimes it's quite nice to just think, okay, I just need to do this diet and this workout just for today. I'm just doing it for today. Tomorrow I can be as lazy as I want. I can eat whatever I want. I can just do whatever, you know, and suddenly you just stop thinking and making all these excuses because you've given yourself the permission to give up, you know, because it's quite an easy thing to do, and it's quite nice. You're like, oh, I can give up tomorrow. Cool. You know, give yourself the permission to give up tomorrow. Obviously, you're lying to yourself, okay, but don't tell yourself now. Just tell yourself tomorrow. But yeah, like just for today, just one more day, and tomorrow you can give up. And the thing is, here's what will happen. You'll wake up in the morning. Everybody's more motivated in the morning. It's a new day. You're like, oh, I feel great, ready to go for my run and start this. You know, why was I even thinking that yesterday? It's stupid. I'm glad I didn't do that or this, or, you know, missed my workout. You will have a newfound motivation. But what it effectively does is when you're forcing yourself to do something, or, you know, you're struggling through something, your mind is just thinking about it. It's just thinking about it. I don't want to do this. I hate this, blah, blah, blah. And what the just for a day principle lets you do is gives you the permission to quit at the end of a certain amount of time. So your mind instantly stops thinking because you've given yourself permission to quit. It's a brilliant technique and it really works. And by the end of it, you do really have a newfound sense of motivation because you've given yourself a break from complaining in a way. I highly recommend you try it if you do struggle and sort of get to moments where you feel sorry for yourself or things like that, because it does happen. And it's just something that we have to learn to get through to become stronger people and to change. Because let's face it, change is difficult. It's not going to be easy. It is going to feel like you're torturing yourself sometimes, but it's okay, because, you know, if you want to grow, if you want to change, it's going to be painful, it's going to be hard, you just got to do it. So these coping techniques and methods are ways to get through that, so you can come out the other end stronger. I really hope these 3 tips were helpful to you. I'm sure everybody has their own sort of techniques and methods for sticking to their diet to make sure that they reach their final goal. So if you do have anything particular you'd like to share, please post in the comments below, and I will see you in the next one.